The Trump administration is pushing Congress to increase the defense budget from $1 trillion annually to $1.5 trillion. As lawmakers debate that big ask, a new report from ProPublica reveals one $533 million contract for howitzer shells destined for Ukraine did not produce a single usable shell from its factory. $500 million up in smoke, as you will hear, literally up in smoke. Thus far, no accountability or repayment. Jesse Coburn is the author of that article and a defense reporter at ProPublica. He joins us now. Jesse, it's tremendous reporting on your behalf. Explain to my audience that this is not a Biden or Trump thing. This is a Pentagon procurement thing, a hurry up and get it ready thing, and a Ukraine thing.
That's right. The saga of this factory spans both the Biden and the second Trump administrations. During the Biden administration, there was an enormous push to ramp up artillery production domestically to support Ukraine. And the Biden administration basically threw money at this project, awarding the defense contractor General Dynamics lucrative no-bid awards that went into building a new artillery factory in Mesquite, Texas, which is outside of Dallas. And that factory to date has not been able to produce a single usable shell. And that issue has continued into the Trump administration, which now oversees the factory, and recently negotiated a confidential settlement with General Dynamics that is allowing the company to continue operations at the factory, but is not requiring the company to pay a penny back of the $533 million in taxpayer money that it received for it.
Jesse, there's vivid reporting in your story, and I mentioned this, things going up in smoke. Paint that picture for my audience.
Sure. The core problem at this facility was that it relied on machines provided by a Turkish company called Repcon, and those machines were untested for this sort of artillery, and they ended up failing in, frankly, absurd and ridiculous ways. There were these giant robot arms in the factory that workers told me would catch fire occasionally. They would smash into things. The giant press machines required regular beatings with a sledgehammer to function properly, but they still botched nearly every shell. Other machines in the factory were cracking the shells, deforming them, and even simple equipment, conveyor belts, pipes were malfunctioning in kind of preposterous ways.
There's a quote from the article I want to share with my audience. Compared to the multi-billion-dollar budgets of other DoD projects, the financial cost of the Texas debacle is small. But the lack of consequences for the companies involved, in the view of defense spending critics, is symptomatic of a larger problem, a deep-rooted culture at the Pentagon and in Congress in which expensive failures lead only to more spending. That seems pretty topical when the administration wants an extra $500 billion for the defense budget.
That's right. And some defense spending critics fear that wasteful defense spending will grow exponentially if President Trump succeeds in increasing the defense budget to $1.5 trillion. Just to put that in perspective, that would be more than the country was spending on defense annually at the height of World War II. Even under smaller defense budgets, there's long been concerns about waste and bloat in the Pentagon budget. So the idea that the budget could rise even higher has some concern that failures like this Texas factory could have more of them to come.
And there was an Inspector General report that helped form the basis of some of your reporting, but you described it as tepid. Has there been anyone that you've encountered that's sort of pounding on a desk saying, this is an outrage, we need to do something about this?
No, not really. The Inspector General report's recommendations were fairly mild. Neither the Army nor General Dynamics took responsibility to the Inspector General in response to that report. Members of Congress have raised concerns in the past about the performance at this facility, but since our report came out earlier this week, I don't believe any of them have made statements criticizing the lack of performance here.
Thorough reporting. ProPublica's Jesse Coburn, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.